It's not a theme song.
I have no idea what that is. Okay, we're gonna go right here because this. Let me see. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Table Ladders.
Malachi Black. Woo! It's happening, Raheem. It's happening. It's all happening. We're tables, ladders, and talk. All right. And Malachi Black is all elite. Let's just go ahead and take a moment. Take a moment and just appreciate that. It's a good day. It's a beautiful day today. Isn't it? Isn't it?
No,
Yes.
no,
Why not?
no,
Why not?
it's not.
Why? Tell me why.
It's a great day for AW, but it's a great loss for WWE.
Good.
Again, they've let a great superstar that could really catapult them to the next level. They first did not use him right while they had him, and now that they've parted ways, he's gone to the competition. And in the competition, he's going to be great. He's going to be absolutely great. I promise you, he's going to be great. And that's a mark. That's a mark against WWE for letting another one get away.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because, well, there's a myriad of reasons. Sorry, I'm putting us to social media and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, what do you mean why, dude? Because that's the way that the WWE does things. Because people go to other companies and they're allowed to do what they want, and it works out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called freedom of expression.
Okay.
And when you're allowed, let artists be artists and do what they want, oftentimes it comes up great. It's you receive an excellent final product. Miro's cooler than Rusev. He's cooler than Rusev, you know. Like John Moxley is 1,000 times cooler than Dean Ambrose.
Mhm.
1,000 times.
1,000 times.
1,000 times cooler than
Wow.
Dean Ambrose. And I mean, you know, I think if you think differently, you're probably a 10-year-old. That's just my guess. That's just what I assume.
And let's ask the obvious question. Is Vince losing his grip?
What do you mean is Vince? Of course Vince is losing his grip, dude. People have been saying for a decade how out of touch he is. It shows. It shows. He has people acting like superheroes on his show. Like that. What? Look, there's silly shit in AEW. Like, let's be real.
Yes.
But it's kind of on the nose and it's tongue in cheek, and it's perhaps a little fourth wall breaking at times, but it is what it is. And if it makes me laugh, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Long as it's funny.
As long as it's got some kind of funny, and really everybody who does it, I keep coming back to old Orange Cassidy. The dude can go. I don't think anybody can deny that at this point. He is a legitimate professional wrestler. You know, like you can't take that away from him, whether you like the character or the gimmick or not.
I don't.
That's fine, and that's fair. I understand it's not for everybody, but the dude has been putting on pretty top-notch matches.
Did you see how he won last night? Did you see how he won last night?
Yeah, homegirl hit the.
No, he got knocked out. He laid on the ground. Knocked out.
Yeah, he got cracked. Well, dude, he got hit with brass knuckles, dude.
Yeah, but how do you win a match after you get? Come on, man.
Dude, because Chris Statlander's dropped that thing on the blade.
And I like her, man. Bunny, Bunny's a superstar.
She definitely has something going on.
Yeah,
I could acknowledge that.
I like her character.
Yeah,
I like her character.
Is that what you like about her? Her character? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That was rude. They should stop being so rude, Raheem.
I know. I
wish you weren't so rude.
I try not to be.
But you are.
Doesn't always work though, but it is what it is. But my thing is this right here. And the phone lines are open, everyone. The phone line is open, however you want to say that thing. I went to public school. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. 678-381. I'm running across the screen. There you go. At the bottom of the screen, the phone number should be running across the bottom of the screen. So if you're tuning in, if you're watching us, give us a call. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Now, let's get back to this Orange Cassidy. The guy is laid out. He got hit with the brass knuckles. He's laid out in the middle of the ring, and still his partner, they win the match. Come on, man.
That's what happened. I wasn't too. Look, man. Did you expect that one to be like a barn burner? Like,
yeah.
I really didn't. I really think like that wasn't the one I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great match tonight. Like, because it was fun. Like, it was fun. It was just fun. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I think sometimes it's cool to just like have a fun match. You get one of your favorite characters on TV, like
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, people love him, dude. People love him.
And truth of the matter, I'm not gonna say I hate the guy. I think he has a lot of talent. He's very, very athletic. He is very athletic. He is, but why? And I think Khan, like Tony loved the guy. Tony absolutely loved him. And I think
Tony. You know why Tony loves him?
Why?
Because he makes him money.
So does everybody else.
Not the same way. He's the number one merch mover there, or was at a time, at least at a point. That's why he got a push.
I think he had too much of a push. I think, but that's just me. That's just me.
I think he's doing. I mean, dude, I don't think he's your world champion by any means.
No,
but
not
if
at all.
At some point, you wanted to put the TNT title on him, I wouldn't be upset. I think the FTW title would make sense on him. And that's getting defended now, so that'll be that. Maybe that's our secondary title. Yeah, maybe that that goes into play as our secondary title. I think that'd be fine because it's got some history to it. It's got a little bit of swag to it. It's different. I think you could run with it.
What gave the guy the cojones to talk about Brian Cage's wife?
Oh, well, Ricky Starks. Yeah, I don't know, but I like it, dude.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good television. It really was.
I wouldn't even talk about Brian Cage's wife, dude. Like, just as a work, I wouldn't even do it, dude. I'd be like, this guy's gonna eat me. Exactly.
But it was good for business. It was. Really
I think
good
so
for
too.
business.
I think it's gonna play out great. I think it's gonna be a good match. I think Ricky Starks might win because we haven't been doing much with him. And,
you're dreaming now, right?
He might, dude. I mean, look,
who's gonna help him?
Team Taz
is gonna help him.
There's already a ton of dissension there. Like, this might just be the nail in the coffin. So they'll just completely disavow Brian Cage.
So he's gonna be the lone wolf now.
Yeah, and that's fine. Look at him. I think he could get away with being a lone wolf.
He can't win against the Taz family. He can't win against them. There's too many of those guys.
No, but maybe he can link up with some dudes. We're good at putting factions together.
He don't have any friends.
Well,
what friends does he have?
There's plenty of guys floating around out there.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, there is.
And you never know who's gonna pair well. You never know who's gonna pair well.
Maybe he'll get with Malachi Black,
dude. And can we just talk for a second about
how? Yeah, I knew where you was about to go. Absolutely.
First of all, brilliant. Lights go out at the very beginning of the show. We're told it's because of the storm. It comes back on. Everybody's like, "Oh, okay. That was just a power outage. It's cool."
Yeah, it happens.
Which really didn't make sense because, like, you could still hear the commentators and stuff. You're like, wait, so it just affected the lights? Anyway,
come on.
Later, lights go out. Arn Anderson comes into the ring to hype up the crowd, I presume. Lights go out. We're like, oh, happened again. Come back on. Boom. Aleister Black.
Standing
now
there.
Malachi Black. Now, I will say commentary did not do a good job. They were just like, it's Tommy End, because that's like his indie name. And it's like, but he's not Tommy End. Like, who is it? I don't know.
Hey.
And it was just like, whatever.
Hold on. Let me stop you for 1 second. Because someone is talking about you.
Who's talking about me? Who's that?
Badger.
Oh my God. Talking trash as always. Yeah, I'm talking trash, dude.
Badger, give us a call.
Talking trash.
678-381-1973. Badger, give us a call. This man is calling you out. As a matter of fact, Badger.
When did I call Badger out?
Last week.
I did not call
last
Badger.
Week.
You keep bringing Badger up.
You called the man out last week. You said,
I said nothing. Badger, go watch last week's episode.
You
I
said
didn't call
something
you
about
out.
you was gonna kill the guy.
You put those words in my mouth.
How
I
put-
never
oh,
said that.
So I open your mouth and I spoon feed those
you
words in your
said
mouth.
your exact words were what
Our
happens if
exact
it's
words.
to
You
the
said
death?
that right. Our exact
Well,
words.
you said what happens if it's to the death, and I said, well, I'm not gonna let myself die, am I?
So what does that mean?
If I had to, that's what I do. But maybe Badger kills me. Who knows, dude?
Okay.
Who knows? We don't know what's gonna happen.
You must. How much sleep did you get last night? Because you're being very nice right now.
I know. I'm just in a good mood, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. We were waiting for this. We knew it was gonna happen. Can we focus? By the way, I'm like, whatever.
Can you focus?
I'm focused.
No,
dude.
you're not.
You were getting me off of focus. You were pulling
I'm doing
me
that to
away.
you. Again.
Yes,
I'm
you're pulling
spoon-feeding
me
you.
away from
I'm
fucking talking
spoon-feeding
about
you,
wrestling.
and now
God
not only
damn it,
am I
Raheem.
spoon-feeding, now not only am I spoon-feeding you, now I'm getting you where you're not focused.
Dude,
I have a lot of power.
So
huh?
fucking done with you. We're talking about wrestling, not Raheem's geriatric rantings.
My thing is this right here. What do you have to say about Badger?
Dude, can we talk about wrestling, please?
Yeah,
Please.
you and Badger got a match.
I'm not, dude. I'm not. I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about Malachi Black.
Who is Malachi Black?
He is the guy who debuted last night on AEW.
Is he
Please.
any good?
Yes, he's very good.
How good?
He's very good.
Is he gonna be a champion?
He potentially could be the champion one day.
TNA
Absolutely.
champion?
TNT or the World Heavyweight Champion.
Or
Who
the
knows?
hold on.
You literally are gaslight. You just said like a minute. You're like, oh, I'm all mad that the WWE like let him go. Like
I'm the question asking, so I'm asking you certain questions. You think he could be the world's champion? You
absolutely.
think this guy
With some time, some experience, the dude has all the skills in the ring. He's decent on the mic. He's good at character work. I think we can get him over to a point that's like, you know. We can get if we can get him all the way over, yeah, dude. If we can get him up to that level, which they do a great job with.
You know who I would love to see him? What title I would love to see him go after first?
What?
The TNT title.
Yeah, I mean that's really the only title. So
TNT title.
Yeah, but I think there's a line. I think he's gonna beat Cody first of all.
Yeah, he have to.
I wanted to say before I was so rudely interrupted.
Oh, rude boy.
I love that they had him like black mass Arn. They just like kick Arn in the face to get heat, and everybody was still just like yes. And then he did it to Cody, the biggest baby face in the company, and they still popped, dude. There was no like healing this guy. He was just smiling the whole time, dude, because he knew like he's like this crowd is eating this alive right now. That's all I wanted to say.
But why did he wait until Cody was distracted before he attacked him? Why?
That's what heels do. They were trying to get that heel heat, bro. It just didn't. I just don't know if it worked the way they were intending it.
It didn't. It didn't.
But it's fine. I think though he can still be a heel.
Do you think it was more? Do you think it was more not that it didn't go over, but the crowd was just so excited to see him?
I think that's probably more what it was.
Yeah,
that's probably more what it was. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Like the dude is like you know, he's a great wrestler. He's an underutilized worker, and he's about to not be, because that's what happens when people come over here. They aren't underutilized. I think even when people get underutilized in AEW, we end up with this thing that's like eventually we see what they're capable of. Was Miro killing it as soon as he got here? Not necessarily. Great pop to get him in.
Yeah,
but it definitely wasn't what everybody thought.
What type match would that be?
Huh?
What type? Malachi against Miro?
What kind of match, dude? You do a last man standing match.
Wow, but you have to build to that point, though. You have to build to.
We're gonna do a Cody program, obviously, and I think it's all to get him over at this point and just prove he's, you know, a very dangerous, credible threat. And that's gonna be great. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's plenty of things you can do. You can have him wrestle Lance Archer, plenty of Haas fights there, bro. You know, like, and so here's something I don't get, because I wasn't fully hip to the storyline either. I watched this match the other day in preparation. That's so funny that he debuted last night, because I literally like 2 or 3 days ago had watched this match. Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black.
Yes.
And I guess like when they were having a feud in the
Okay.
WWE,
Mhm.
he had like bruised his eye and his eye
Yes.
was still bruised,
Yes.
and they're trying to run that strength. But you know what that means? Buddy Murphy's on his way, dude.
Mhm.
And that's another person that it's just like, this is an extremely solid acquisition. This guy's going
Yeah.
to put on classic matches and is going to have room to breathe and maybe do some character. I think they should, dude, slap those two guys together, dude.
Put them together.
Yeah, screw it, run it. Those guys would probably be dope as a tag team. You
But
never know.
There's tension there. From this story that you just said, there's tension
Sure,
there.
but
And
we can work that into the story. That's easy,
how do you do that? You know, you almost put out my eye, and then will be your friend.
dude. People have done way crazier shit to each other in wrestling and become friends, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, the Undertaker, Kane killed the Undertaker's parent, him and the
Mhm.
Undertaker's parents, and they were the tag team champions at one point.
only in wrestling.
Only in wrestling, dude.
Mhm.
Only in wrestling. And I'm
Jim-
just saying, like, there's plenty of stuff we can do. Buddy Murphy's coming. I am not gonna hold my breath, dude, but I will cross my fingers.
You're not about to say,
Bryan
yo,
Danielson.
I thought you was about
Bryan
to say that.
Danielson,
I
dude.
thought you was about to say that.
Bryan Danielson, please, dude, give me what I want. Just
Mhm.
give me what I want. That's all I ask. I feel like I'm not being unreasonable. You have had a good long career in the
Mhm.
WWE, and it's time to give back to the sport that you love so much and show up in AEW.
So that's the only way he could get back to the sport.
I said give, not necessarily. I
Mhm.
mean, he's given enough to the sport. I'm not saying
Yeah, he
Bryan
has.
Danielson has to give anything else other than maybe helping the burgeoning company become something bigger than it already is.
Become great.
Become even greater.
Oh, greater.
They're already great.
Greater.
They're gonna be
Greater.
greater.
You have to be greater. You need to be a little greater because you're not greater as you should be. The greater is.
Somebody call 911. Raheem is having an aneurysm.
Oh, greater. You must be greater. But I got something I have to do.
Okay.
I have to do this.
All right. I'm just gonna ignore you while you're doing it.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead.
ignore me. Play on your phone.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention anyway. Go ahead and play on your phone.
I'm playing games.
My thing is this right here.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
didn't even
I have
hide
to
it
do.
this
I
time.
have to do it. It is now 19 after, and I have to do this. I have to. You know who you are. You know who you are. I call you out every week. Every week I sit in this chair and I call you out, and still to this day, you have not responded. I don't know if you're afraid of me. I can understand if you are. I don't know if you're afraid, or you're just ignoring me like this is nothing serious. But this is very serious, Sting. I'm calling your name, Sting. This is very serious. You need to take me serious, or I will come knock on your door, pull you out of your house, beat you on your front lawn, and leave you laying there. We could do this one or two ways: in the ring or in your front yard. It's come to that. Sting, you need to answer me. Even if you tell me no, but answer me.
Okay. Done?
Jimmy Uso was arrested.
Yeah, he was.
What is that going to do with this with this whole head of the table? This
Hopefully ended. I'm tired of it, dude. It's getting boring.
You got to admit, man, that's great. Though.
It's good that they're doing some form of long-term booking. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's just not. It's not really doing it for me, dude. It's not really doing it for me. Like I'm glad that Roman Reigns isn't like a laughable character anymore. That is kind of nice. But there's just something missing. And yeah, I think it's probably gonna. They'll probably come up with something clever. Honestly, they've been doing a good job with that. You know.
But see, the thing about it is this, and this is the way I feel about it. They had great momentum going, and now they're saying that Jimmy's going to be or is already fired from the WWE. And if that be the case, that's going to put a hold in it. Unless they have to do something. They have to be real creative in how they take their next couple of steps.
Is he fired?
And they have to make sense. They're saying yes.
Like storyline wise. or like
they're saying actually fired, not storyline. They're saying because this is he's done this before.
yeah, I know.
It's not his first time doing
They
this.
let Jeff Hardy do it a bunch of times.
I think they're at different levels though.
Yeah, that's true. Jeff Hardy was a rock star.
Yeah. I think they're at different levels, and so it's like Michael Jordan, man. He'll get away with a lot more than the guy that's riding the bench. He'll get away with a lot more because of what he's bringing to the table.
True.
Everywhere he go, he's gonna sell out, and if you punish him in a certain way, you're not only hurting your team, but you're hurting every other team in every other city that the Chicago Bulls would have gone to, because everywhere he goes, they're gonna sell out.
That's true.
Just because of the fact Michael Jordan is playing.
I think they should just let them both go.
They're both who?
The Usos, and then they can go to AEW.
But why would you punish? Why would you have two kids? One go in the store and pick up something and get caught. The other was at home chilling, doing what he's supposed to do. Why are you gonna punish both of them?
Because they're
he's gonna try to make this make sense. He's gonna listen, y'all.
Because it's hard
to try and make this make sense.
If it was,
he's gonna try.
If my kids were like, it's hard to have one without the other.
See, he's gonna try and make this make sense. He can't. He don't even believe this himself. Though.
Look, so here's the deal. Here's why. You can't run this storyline forever.
Okay.
You got a shelf life on it, right?
Yes.
At some point, you got to stop and you got to do something different.
Okay.
What is Jey Uso gonna do without Jimmy Uso?
When?
What do you mean when?
When? He's gonna continue to do what he do. He's a wrestler. He's gonna get in there and continue to wrestle. He did it for a long time while Jimmy was hurt.
That's true, but it definitely wasn't. He was falling off, and he was doing it while with Roman. That's the thing. Yes. As long as he's got Roman, I guess it's fine. But it's kind of like you can't just be under Roman forever.
You don't think he can win? You don't think he can win on his own?
I don't think he's a singles wrestler. No, I think he's a lifelong tag team wrestler. I could be wrong. Totally could be wrong. Like, not that the guy doesn't have the ability or skill. It's the Usos. They're the tag team. They're tag team specialists. That's what they do, and they're very good at it. And I think that there's a lot of great tag teams they could have some rivalries with in AEW.
I wouldn't, honestly speaking, at this point, if I was AEW, I wouldn't even touch Jimmy right now. I wouldn't even touch him right now. Let him go do, if you want to do his independent run, let him do that. But now you have to prove to me that you can keep yourself.
I don't know if
you can stabilize your life.
Really gonna book him like mainstream without Jay. Like, I mean, I'm sure some indies will have him, but like, you're not coming. I don't think you're going to like the NWA or like AEW. Or maybe ROH.
See, and that's my whole. I don't even think there.
Yeah, that might be a little too big. Because I mean, and it's, again, I could be wrong. Maybe both of them like thrive as independent like singles wrestlers. I hope that's the case. That'd be great. But I don't know. I think it just was so
like
attached.
Boys. That's like the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, those guys like pulled it off though.
Yeah,
and it wasn't easy though.
It wasn't
easy, and Jeff went through a lot of shit to get there. And Matt basically threw shit at the wall until something worked,
But see, it was the same.
Pretty much the same situation. Their jobs back. Like,
it was pretty much the same. There was a lot of similarities just because in with the Hardy Boys, Jeff has always been the one that got in a lot of trouble all the time. Matt you didn't hear a lot about Matt. Matt had his issues, but nothing like what he had. And so now you got the Usos and Jimmy is Jeff. Jimmy is Jeff.
Yeah, but they had both. So here's the thing: both of the Hardys at that point had kind of set out on their own as singles careers. It's like you said, Jeff at certain points he had already been the world champion. Like he was a proven main event star and draw. And yeah, I just think that it's like, it's different with the Usos. They're not the Hardys. It's a lot different. Like, I think there's a lot of things you could compare, but at the end of the day, I would say that like you probably couldn't have the Young Bucks
Mhm.
do big time singles runs.
Mm.
Like because they're the Young Bucks. It's just synonymous. It's been this long. We had what, like a good not from the time the Hardys like were really in WWE. They were
Mhm.
probably a tag team for like
Yes.
6-7 years,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
We got to be coming on a decade for the Usos at this point,
Mhm.
and it's like I think it's gonna be. It made sense at the time that the Hardys could go off and do their own thing, and
Mhm.
Matt, like, I don't know, Matt like didn't for a while, and then he found his stride. Jeff was just like kept being Jeff,
Mhm.
but who's the bigger Hardy now? It's Matt. Like, he's the more popular Hardy. Ultimately,
I think you're saying that because Matt is in AEW.
no. I mean that, dude. Like, I'm serious. And I'm talking about from when I really realized it was when they made their WrestleMania like debut,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
That's when I really was like, wow, Matt's the over one now.
Mhm.
Because you come out and half of the crowd is delete.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
know because Matt is the more popular one now. Matt is the over one. He kept the Hardys like relevant in a time where it was like they almost weren't anymore.
Jeff has more talent though.
In what regard?
Jeff, you don't think?
I think in terms, first of all, apparently since day one, Matt has been the character guy.
Mhm.
That's always been his
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeff maybe better. I mean, I
He's
think
a
that's
better.
super subjective, but it's a better in-ring worker.
Absolutely. I think so. I think yeah.
But even by like today's standards though, like dude,
Mhm.
he doesn't he's definitely, I mean, bro, that guy's put his body through hell and high water. He doesn't have the same step that he used to.
No.
But Matt
But
has,
if you look at the body of work, the body of work,
I agree. Match wise, I like Jeff's matches probably more.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
in terms of just like over the top pro wrestling madness, I think I've enjoyed Matt's work more.
Wow.
Dude, the whole Broken Hardy stuff is just, it's brilliant, dude. It's crazy, it's weird, it makes no sense half the time, but it just works, dude.
Mhm.
And I can appreciate somebody doing something to keep themselves relevant,
Mhm.
I think that's cool.
Now, your Young Bucks, when are they going to win a match cleanly?
I don't know, man. I'm definitely
Or you're disappointed because I know how much you like these guys, but what the way that they're going right now and how they lost that match last night several times.
They did, yeah.
Several times.
So true.
And then to have the comeback, then have the Good Brothers come out and help and interfere in the match and all this extra stuff. When are they going to win something plain, straight, cut and dry? They won.
Now, I will say they have won like a fair amount of like their matches since their heel run cleanly, but last night was like
terrible.
It's a little different. No, the match was great, dude. You can't even deny
the
that
match
was a
good.
fun match. The ending.
The ending. I'm talking about the ending.
It's a street fight. I think that's like kind of a point where I'll excuse like screwball endings, but I do agree. I think if they're trying to get heel heat, this is a classic like heel thing. And for me,
Mhm.
I just think it's the heels cheating to win
Yeah.
is slightly antiquated.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we could try something different, like from that. Like, dude, just let Kenny be the best bout machine. Just let the Bucks be the best tag team in the world. And maybe we're getting into that territory of like, well, it's hard to get people to just put you over clean all the time and things like that. You don't want to make Penta and Eddie look bad, and you don't want to seem like the douchebag EVPs. Like for real, like not kayfabe, And I was thinking, I'm glad you brought this up, dude, because I was thinking about this the other night. I really think that a mistake that AEW made right out of the chute was not just making the Elite the champions. Like, I think I think that it's because that is when they were the hottest. Like, they were the saviors. Like, we're here to rescue pro wrestling. We're here to put it back on TV and give you options. Cody is just this ultimate over babyface. The Bucks are just these ultimate over babyface. Kenny, Hangman, all these guys are just like the biggest. They're probably the hottest pro wrestlers in the world at the time for
Okay.
like probably a
Okay.
span of what, like say like 6 months.
Okay.
Dude, put the belt on Cody. Put the belt on the Bucks. And I realized why they didn't do it because it would have seemed kind of shitty, and they were trying to make the point we're not the asshole bookers.
Yes.
We're not the bad guys. Like we want other people to get over.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, man, it would have been good for business, and it probably would have been better for story purposes.
Where do you go
guess.
if they have pretty much all the titles? Where do you go from there?
I think there was a myriad of things they could have done at that point, and that's could have been when we started the dissension. Maybe Cody won the belt, and that's when Kenny started getting, a little too hungry, like a little too hungry, a little jealous, a little too hungry for the belt, which is kind of like a thing they did in New Japan, but like the other way around. And I think it would have worked great. And then the Bucks have to choose a side, like Hangman has to choose a side, and then he goes off, and we kind of do what we did with him. He goes and hangs out with the Dark Order because that shit is great.
Then they in a roundabout way didn't they do that? Bits and pieces of it?
Sure. And that's why I'm not saying like that whole thing could have been completely rebooked, but I just think it would have been nice to strike. Like, I think that there's this weird thing with wrestling where it's like, dude, you have to strike while the iron is hot. you have to hit it right at the perfect moment in time. To get everybody on board with it. For everybody to just be like, yeah, that was a great moment in pro wrestling.
Name a great moment in pro wrestling.
Undertaker throws Mankind off the Hell in the Cell.
Okay. What about the heel turn of Hulk Hogan?
A great moment.
Yeah.
Almost spoiled by Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah, he did. And what are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
It's
Why you even put that out there?
Oh, I don't
know. Because Bobby, I think he kind of got caught up in the moment or whatever, because he shouldn't have said that.
No.
He shouldn't have said
it
that.
is what it is. It was still, still a big moment.
Yeah. I was like, wow, why would he even destroy the moment like that? But listen, Bayley against Belair. Bayley has said that if she loses the match, if she do not win that match, this is wrestling, we're talking wrestling. If she don't win that match, she's leaving SmackDown.
Go.
So do you think they're going to take that, or do you think they're going to allow, because that's the same thing that happened with Lashley. Now they put the stipulation in.
Yeah,
I thought I thought that they was gonna let him lose the match because they didn't want to have Drew not be able to go for the title anymore.
Yeah.
But so what do you think they're gonna do with this Bayley situation?
I think Bayley's gonna lose and go to Raw. Raw's women's division. I take that back because I think the SmackDown's women's division, there's like 5 women in there, and then like Raw has a bunch that are just like they're not doing anything with. This is a problem, dude. This is a prime example of booking yourself into a corner, right? Because it would be so it would be so dumb to interrupt Bianca Belair's title reign right now. That'd be so bad.
Like they did Drew.
Like they did Drew. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
I like they did Drew. Nothing. That's no shade at Lashley or Bayley. Like, just let these people have a good, long, sustained title run. It's not that complicated. Anyway, I just, but it's like, then what do you do? Like, so like then Bayley wins and you shuffle her over to Raw. I mean, you can't, like, you can put her back in NXT, but it's just like. Why there's already stacked down there. There's plenty of strong women down there putting on good matches. Like, what are we doing? I guess is my question. You've booked yourself into a corner. Good luck. That's all I got to say.
Why do they have Eve there? Why did she come back?
I don't care.
What's her purpose?
I don't know, and I don't care. That's honestly that's how much time I want to give to that. It's just like, because they're idiots. Like, because you just don't know how to book a wrestling show. And it's not that hard, and you should just let Triple H do it because he's doing a pretty decent job. Here's what I want you guys to call in and tell me is whether you liked the Great American Bash from NXT or Road Rager from AEW. I think that's a good, like, what did you like better? You didn't even watch the Great American Bash. He didn't watch it. He doesn't
I
watch
did not.
NXT. I am making it clear tonight. If Raheem does not watch NXT next Tuesday night, I will not show up for the show.
Nah, 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 nah.
It's nice knowing you guys.
Hey,
It was nice. It was nice knowing
goodbye.
you guys, dude. He
Nah,
better
nah,
watch
nah,
AEW. I mean
nah.
it, dude. I mean
Nah,
it.
nah, nah, nah.
I'm dead ass.
Hey, goodbye.
Jesus, dude. Sounds like somebody strangling a cat.
I'm just saying. Now, do you think they're going the Young Bucks against I want Penta, man. I want that guy to have a title, man. I really do. I think he's one of the best in the business right now.
Yeah,
I want that guy
Penta's
to
really good.
I want that guy to have a title.
Dude,
man.
you could have put the belt on the Lucha Bros, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's my thing is like, dude, just give the Lucha Bros a run with it, dude.
Mhm.
There's so many good tag teams. There's so many good tag teams. Like that is definitely a hard part of it. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna go to somebody, and it's gonna be a big deal when it happens. I think because the Bucks aren't just gonna end their title reign just for no reason. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a big deal.
You know who I it makes so much sense to me to have if they put somebody with this person that can really go with this person step for step. But Christian Cage, he's a tag team wrestler. He's a tag team. He's a tag team genius, man. And so if you put the right person with him and have him to go against the Bucks, that'll be a fantastic match, man. And I think that Christian has the in-ring ability. If, like I said, it depends on who they put with him to pull this whole thing off.
What if you do Christian, Matt Hardy as a tag team? Was that too crazy? Is that too nostalgic? I kind of think.
How do you get there though? Because dude, right now
it's like Garfunkel and Oates, dude.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the experience that they have and that they bring to the table, it will complement each other greatly. It really will, and they'll be a great team. But how do you, with what's going on with them right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You got to ditch the whole HFO thing, Hardy Family Officing, which I'm enjoying. I think that's really fun. I think it's giving everybody a little extra TV time. Like
Money Matt.
Yeah, I like Money Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Broken Matt wasn't necessarily like working per se. I think there just was nobody there. Yeah, I did hear Tony wasn't like super about it, but he let him do it. He let him do it, and they is like okay, and I liked it. I thought it was fun while he was doing it, but then they played it off well. He hit his head, and now he's back to asshole Matt, and it's fun. It's good stuff.
Such a what a name! What a name!
Yeah.
I gotta ask this question, man.
Hey, man.
Omega, Page.
Oh,
who do you have in that match, man? It's gonna be. I mean, that's a series match right there. That's a series.
I think it's probably time to pull the trigger, dude. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Who else is gonna take it off of him? There's no one else. I thought they were gonna run it with Darby, but Darby is just like doing Darby stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool too. He'll get it eventually.
Is Sting on vacation or something?
I think. I don't know.
Hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks.
He's hanging out in the rafters, dude, I guess.
What is going on with Sting? Or is he recruiting?
Maybe that would be kind of dope.
Is he going to get somebody?
Maybe.
Yes.
Dude, I don't know. I think that.
Or he's hiding from me.
Oh my God.
He's not coming on TV because he knows that I'm watching AEW, and he knows that if I see him on there, he hadn't been in a couple of weeks. He's hiding from me.
Okay.
He's hiding from me. I get it now. That's why. Man, listen, Tony, get him back on TV. Tony, I'm talking to you. Tony, listen, get him back on TV. And I will make you this promise. I will come to wherever you are. You don't have to buy. You only have to buy me a ticket unless you want to. If you want to buy me a ticket, you can. But you don't even have to. You don't even have to buy me a ticket. I will show up wherever you are, from Atlanta to wherever you are, and I would approach him face to face, me against Sting, face to face, and he would have to answer to why he have not answered my call.
Dude, can we go back now? Are we good?
I'm angry about this, man. I'm disgusted about this, man. I'm disgusted.
Okay.
I'm fed up.
Okay.
Fed up. know he supposed to answer me.
Did you just fart?
Ain't nobody
Raheem
farted.
just farted.
Ain't nobody. This one chill, man. You know this
yeah,
shit.
okay. All
Look,
right.
Look,
So
look,
it smells
I'ma
like
tell you
shit
something.
in here now.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
that's just coming out of your mouth.
No, you burped. I think you
I
burped.
think you're just spewing
I think-
shit out of your mouth. Per usual. All right. I think it's time to pull the trigger. I think
Okay.
it's time to make Hangman Page the AEW World
Mhm.
Champion. I just don't. Who else is gonna do it, man? Nobody else can do it. Darby, but
Malachi
no,
Black.
nah, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get there.
Okay.
I think. Okay, here's a good question for you.
Mhm.
Here's a good question for you. We're not getting a lot of callers today, so let's just go ahead and pop some questions off here.
Okay.
Who? Give me a list of people you think
Mm-hmm.
are good to be AEW champion.
I'll have to go with Brian Cage.
Okay.
I'll go with him. He at this point, I think he would be good for it. I would go with Page, Hangman.
Hangman.
I would go with Hangman. Is he ready though? Is he ready? The Spanish God, Gobert. You don't think so? You don't
Not
think he's
yet.
ready?
He's not ready.
I would not. Who I would not. My list of who I would not give it to is probably a little longer, but I would not give it to MJF.
I
would not.
Why?
Why
You mean like right? Just we're talking like right now.
Right now,
Okay.
I would not
All
give
right.
it to him right now. Yes.
So Miro's ready. No, you didn't say Miro. Who'd you say?
Miro's ready.
Miro. Okay.
Yeah, he's ready.
Okay. Yeah.
He's ready. He's
Okay.
ready to do it. But you got a little situation with him already being already having a title. But that's that can be worked out.
Miro's ready. Hangman's ready.
Hangman's ready.
Brian Cage is ready. You
Yeah.
talk so much shit about his promo ability.
No, in ring. I never say anything against his in ring
No,
abilities.
dude, absolutely not.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you got to be able to cut a promo if you're the big dog.
No,
in the words of John Cena, it's called a promo, kid. You gotta know, you gotta be able to cut one if you want to be the big dog around here.
But see,
come on,
I would do the same thing that I would do the same thing that they always do with him. Have somebody be his mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Let somebody be his mouthpiece. You go in the ring. I'm gonna talk him up. I would be a great mouthpiece for him. I really would, because I talk it about. I stir stuff up like crazy. Yeah. And every time somebody and I go out there, my thing will be this: I talk to him and I talk to him, then I slap him. I slap him, and then after I slap him, I run behind Brian Cage. You can get me, but you got to go through him.
Okay. Keep your list going.
You don't think that'll be good, man?
I'm just curious. I'm wondering where you got to this like weird fever dream you're having.
I'd be a good mouthpiece for him.
I'm sure you would.
Tony?
All right. So, Cage with the mouthpiece.
Yes, he have to have a mouthpiece. Okay. He would have to.
Cage with the mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Hangman, Miro. Anybody else?
I would not give it to Jake the Snake's guy.
Lance Archer?
I would not give it to him.
I don't think so either.
I wouldn't give it to him. Not yet. I
he
think
could be there though.
Yeah, he can. Jake's gonna work him. We're gonna work him into what he needs to be. I really think
his promos have gotten way better too. Lance Archer's.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's got to be a byproduct of being with Jake, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you somebody. I'm gonna tell you. You're not going to agree with this, but I just said it a minute ago. But Penta.
Man, Penta could totally.
Yeah. Cause that guy, man.
Now he's got the mouthpiece, dude. He's got is it Alex Abrahantes? So I can't remember the guy's name, but he's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Penta says that you are all dead, and he will kill you all in your sleep. Settle, Miro.
Exactly. That guy
awesome. Is pretty great.
Would you give it to what's his name that just came over, man? Just came over. He had his match last night against. And he won against
Andrea Del Idolo.
Yes.
Oh, that's tough because Andrade is like a wild card because he's also working for AAA.
Mm-hmm.
I think at some point you're gonna have to like do something like that because they've like all these companies have played ball with Tony so far,
and
he's gonna have to let somebody take take a title over there at some point, as long as they're showing back up.
Watch
You
this.
know what I mean?
Watch this. Does he produce everywhere he go?
Andrade?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah, he could. So, like,
yeah.
I think, like, he definitely could. I don't know about, like, right this second.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you were going to do it tomorrow, yeah. Andrade's ready. Andrade's, like, a seasoned veteran, and he's amazing in the ring. And he did a sweet moonsault and landed on his feet and then did a backflip.
Yeah, that was good.
And it was awesome.
Exactly.
And, yeah, I like Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Britt Baker for calling out the WWE on their Saudi Arabian blood money too. That was amazing. I say that almost every week on this show. And Britt Baker, God bless her, absolutely killed it.
She's good. She's good. I think you like more her than you like her. But anyway, that's
whatever.
Yeah, I think you like more her.
No, I think I like
her.
The DMD.
Yeah.
Britt Baker.
Yeah. What does them DMD stand for in your mind? Totally different conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Easy killer.
I would not put it on Jungle Boy.
Not yet. He's got I think he's got a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like that whole time they're just gonna keep building him as this like ultra baby face.
Yeah.
Like he might even get another shot at the title and fail, and he'll still like be a super huge baby face.
You'll never look at him bad because you know you look at his size. You say, look at this little guy. You know he's not the biggest guy. He's in there and he's doing all these different things. He's beating some of the big guys. He's not gonna go in there and beat anybody like Miro. I don't think he's gonna.
I think in the next 3 or 4 months you could believably put Jungle Boy over Miro. I really do, dude. I think it wouldn't be a terrible decision either. I think it'd be great.
I'm glad you're not the bookie. I'm glad you're not the bookie,
dude.
I really am.
I might be one day, dude. So watch your mouth, dude.
But right now you're not, because decisions like that will get you fired.
Nah, dude, no way. Jungle Boy's huge, dude. He's super popular. People love him. It would be to make total sense.
Is it believable,
dude? Is it believable? Like, look, I'm trying to think. Like, do you really think that a guy like Rey Mysterio could beat like some of these guys in real life?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like Rey Mysterio could probably kick my ass,
but
he's not kicking like the Big Show's ass. You know what I mean?
The Big Show, not the Big Show.
You know, but it's like we'll still put Rey over on the Big Show sometimes. You know, like that happens. It's wrestling. We can do whatever we want.
Whatever your mind
can dude. Just let it run wild, dude. And if we're trying to make a star, let him be a star, dude. And if MMA's taught us anything, it's not always the biggest, baddest guy that wins.
Now, speaking of MMA, what's this whole thing? Lance Archer had to come in there and save.
Oh my God, that was amazing, dude. So you got to know a little bit about MMA. Like for that, first of all, Jorge Masvidal and the greatest maybe just the greatest fighter of all time, Amanda Nunes, is a ringside, and that's amazing. We're about to get an interview from Shivani and Dan Lambert, who has done this before. Let's just make that he's been in TNA before. Just cuts a crazy fucking promo, and it was amazing. And that guy knows how to get heat, dude. And I know him from like being the coach of American Top Team and coaching on the season of The Ultimate Fighter, where they had the Black Zillions versus American Top Team, and it was like that's just Dan Lambert, and it's amazing that he goes out there, cuts a promo, and then gets a fucking powerbomb from Lance Archer. Loved it. Loved every second of it. Amanda Nunes was
clapping, man.
Yes, she was just like, this is great.
Wow. Yeah.
Jorge was playing it though. He was just like, Dan got hurt. Like he was like working, dude. Amanda, it's called you got to work.
Exactly. Now, could you see her in AEW?
Hell yeah. Let's do it, dude. I bet she'd figure that shit out real quick, bro. Put her with Vicky Guerrero, let her run wild, dude.
Wow. I would let her. She'd be a lone wolf. Because she'll go through the women's division.
She's very charismatic. I mean, she can talk. I don't know. That would be cool. I don't know. With anybody else, I'd be like, no, just stay in MMA. But it's like, dude, what else? You don't have anything else to do.
Yeah. She beat everybody.
You don't have anything else to prove or do in MMA. Like, yeah, if you're down with the wrestling, like, come on. I'll fucking pop every time you show up, dude.
Yes.
And that'd be way cooler than Ronda Rousey.
She's coming back.
I don't know, man.
She's coming back.
She honestly was. I can't hate. Like, Ronda Ronda definitely had a good like WWE run.
She was terrible on the mic.
I mean,
She was
yeah,
terrible. She was terrible.
she was new, dude, and they
She's
thrust her
terrible.
into like a difficult position.
Give her a mouthpiece.
Yeah,
Give her a
I mean
mouthpiece.
that'd probably be a good call.
Yeah,
That
don't
would
let her.
probably be a good call.
Don't. Only thing you want her to say is yes and no.
Yeah,
Anything outside of that, you just too much. Anything outside of that is too much. And I love, she's very athletic. She can do what she wants to do.
she was a good worker.
Yes, she was a good worker, but she
Yeah.
just can't talk.
Yeah,
She
I mean
cannot.
not to the level it needs to be a rock star. Not like Becky or Charlotte.
Not like, and they put her and they put the title on her.
Yeah,
She's representing the whole division, and you can't even talk. And
yeah.
you got all these ladies that's back there that talk circles
Cut a
around you.
mean promo.
Exactly. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, you were just talking about legitimacy though, and it's like, there's not a lot of people more legitimate than a professional MMA fighter, and that's gone to wrestling.
That's why I'm always speaking on Bobby Lashley because of what he did.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Lashley's an extremely like believable champion. And dude, MVP is great. Like that's like, but that's why though. Like that's why this is working, because you found the right mouthpiece. You just let him do his thing.
Well, Rush was good with him too now.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was a good like annoying heel.
Yeah.
MVP is like, he's got it though.
Yeah,
Whatever it is,
he
like
got
makes
that
it like that elevated Bobby.
Yeah.
And then with Lashley's, prowess, it's like, dude, they're a mean team. They're a mean team. They do good work. I just think that the storylines they're in are total trash, and everything on Raw is pretty much garbage. And his matches have been okay.
Okay.
They've been okay. They haven't been like mind blowing, dude. They haven't.
You never told me the winner, Omega Page.
It's got to be Hangman. If we're gonna go ahead and run that, I honestly believe that they're gonna swerve us on something else first. Something else is gonna happen first before we get there. I think. I could be wrong. I wouldn't be mad if they didn't go straight to it though. Like it definitely kind of seems like maybe we are though after this week.
Okay.
It kind of seems like we're getting there, but maybe Hangman's just like, I don't want to fight you. Just keep your hands off my friends. And it could,
Why?
But it's got to be Hangman. Just to answer your question, it's got to be Hangman if we're doing that. It has to be. It's time.
Why does Kenny think is convinced that Hangman is afraid of him?
Because he's a coked up anime character for a heel, dude. That's why. And that's great.
How does and I know he have Dark Order behind him and all this, but still, you got to understand you have to go through certain levels you have to go through in order to get to Kenny to the point where you're going to beat him, because they're going to help him. Good brothers and everybody that's in that whole group is going to help Kenny hold on. They like Ric Flair would end up with
well, and that's why we have the Dark Order with Kenny or with Hangman.
Yeah,
because that's gonna kind of even the odds.
But they always figure out a way to win. Like last night.
Dude, but it's not like I think they're gonna tell a good story with it. But Hangman's going over, and you know what? Me and Brandon, who calls in every once and again, dude, Kenny's gonna be the first person ever to kick out of the One Winged Angel. I keep saying Kenny. Hangman Page will be the first person ever to kick out of the One Winged Angel.
Wow,
he will be the first person. They're building him. That's like, kayfabe aside, that's like one of Kenny's best friends. I'm pretty sure like that's the person he wants to do that. Like that's gonna happen. He's gonna kick out of it, dude. No one ever has.
Wow.
Nobody kicks out of it.
And what is that gonna do? What is that gonna do to Kenny when that happens?
I think Kenny's gonna take a break after this, dude. He's been working his ass off.
Well, he's
been hurt.
He just had a procedure done. He said he feels real good now.
That's good. I mean, hopefully. I mean, dude, whatever. Like, I don't think it's gonna do anything for Kenny other than elevate Hangman. It's not gonna, dude. Kenny, I think, is cemented as one of the best pro wrestlers in the world today. One of the best.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
He's working to becoming one of the greatest of all time, which he will get to. And I think this first title run has been a little more lackluster than we had all hoped for. But I 100% believe we're going to get to another title run, and it's going to be good at some point. After we let Hangman have an awesome babyface title run.
Okay. Badger said, and this is something he said a little while back. I didn't get a chance to get to it. We was talking about Matt Hardy, and he said Matt is stiff in the ring. He said Matt is stiff in the ring.
Matt is stiff in the ring.
Yeah, see, he's stiff,
Stiff as in he worked like
a board. He's stiff.
he's certainly not as fluid as some guys, but I think Matt's always been a pretty good worker. I could pull up 3 good Matt Hardy matches like right now, dude. I could find you something. One of them would be probably against Jeff.
Would you agree with that he's stiff in the ring?
I don't totally agree with that. I don't think Matt. It depends on what he means by stiff, because generally stiff means like if you're working stiff, it means you're like throwing some like real punches and shit, like you actually hurt people. But if he means by like just not fluid, I wouldn't totally agree with that. I don't think Matt's like the greatest in-ring technician to ever live, but he's a good, solid worker. Always has been. That's why he's always had pushes and why he's always held titles. And dude, he's held a ton of titles too. Like people don't realize that about Matt Hardy's one of those guys that low-key, like, dude, he's been an United States champion. He was the light heavyweight champion at WWE. I think he was the cruiserweight champion even. He was obviously a multiple time tag team champion. I don't know if he ever held the Intercontinental title, but he definitely held. Did I say United States title?
No.
He held the United States title several times.
Jeff held Intercontinental.
Yeah, Jeff was Intercontinental champ a bunch of times. I think he was the European champ a few times. Went over to TNA. He was definitely the TNA world champ for a hot minute. You know, I think the Hardys had the Ring of Honor titles, tag titles for a second. I don't know. Anyway.
But them as well as the Dudleys did it too. You know, the great tag team come together, separate, and still have a very successful singles.
Devon not as much, but Bubba Ray did.
Yeah.
Bully Ray, I should say. He definitely had a good run. I mean, Aces and Eights, hey, love it or hate it. Like that was a story, like a flagship storyline in TNA at the time.
It kept
it garnered some ratings, like, you know,
it kept it going. It really did. Yeah.
And it was, you know, it's kind of stupid, but it was interesting, and it was a good twist, and it got the title on Bully Ray.
What do you want to happen next in the world of wrestling?
What do I want to happen next? Bryan Danielson to show up in AEW. That's it. That's all I want. All I want for Christmas. Just make it happen. I want it to happen at that Arthur Ashe Stadium show. And
your Christmas present will be here August or early September.
Yes.
Your Christmas gift will be. It will arrive August, early September. Your Christmas gift. What's the next big pay-per-view? AEW.
I'm not sure.
Okay, maybe there.
Yeah. I hope you're right, dude. I really hope you're right. I want to see a little Bryan Danielson action. I think that there's plenty of room for him to be working, dude.
Okay.
AEW with the big dogs.
Oh, they're the big dogs.
They are the big dogs of having good wrestling matches.
They're the Roman Reigns, huh?
They're much better than Roman Reigns. I think majority of people on the roster are better than Roman Reigns.
You got to understand, Reigns is a superstar. He's a legitimate superstar. He really is.
He is, and he has a great story. Like
and he sells. He sells.
Yeah, he does.
He sells very well.
I'm just not into his character. Never really have been. But if it's over, it's over, and I tend to not argue that. I don't like the New Day, but I don't like the New Day, but I don't like the New Day, but I know how over they are with the crowd. So
I love the New Day.
I figured you
I
would.
I do. I love the New Day.
Pancake loving, unicorn loving, goober.
You know what though? I like what's the name too? What's the name?
What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter what his name is.
You didn't interrupt me, so it didn't work, dude. You failed.
It worked very well.
Conclusive failure.
It worked very well.
No.
Listen. What time? What time is it? It's time for us to get out of here, man.
It's time for us to get out of here.
Yeah, it's been a great show. I love this, man. I love talking about this. And some weeks we have a flood of calls.
Some weeks we don't.
Some weeks we don't.
That's okay.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure. But rather we get a flood of calls or rather we don't, we're here to educate you on wrestling. We're going to talk to you about what's going on in wrestling, past, present, and future. And the future right now is AEW. The future right now is AEW. So if you get an opportunity, this guy trying to get me listen to NXT and all that stuff. AEW is the way to go. I look forward to Wednesday nights. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Honestly speaking, man, that 2 hours go by real
They
fast.
go by so fast, dude.
I was like, wow, man. I look up and it's 9:30. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, it's about to go off.
Yeah. Yep. It's true.
Almost as fast as this show.
He's through almost as fast as this show, but
Almost
not
as
quite.
fast.
Not
Not
quite.
quite.
This goes by in a heartbeat. All you got to do is call in.
678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Corbin, anything before we get out of here?
Not really. Not this week.
Okay.
I'm on a high, dude. It's just Malachi Black, AEW, Big Boy Moves. Wrestling's back on the road. Fans are back. It's a good day to be it's a good time to be a wrestling fan right now.
Exactly.
It was a long year. It was a long year or so of no, no giant pops, dude. And we got our giant pop last night, dude. Perfect. Perfect.
Boop.
It was great.
Yeah, like that firecracker pop.
No, it's better than that.
Oh, better than that. Good. I'm glad.
Which we might be getting some more firecracker pops. So just get ready.
Be ready. Be prepared. Be very prepared. But listen, we're about to get out of here. It's been a great broadcast. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and Table Ladders and Chairs for being a part of your evening. It is now
Talk is our name. Right?
I said Table Ladders and Chairs, right?
You did.
I did. Lord Jesus, I'm ready for the match. Sting. Anyway, Table Ladders and Talk being a part of your evening. It is now 1:02. You're about to exit Table Ladders and Talk. But before you go, I want you to do me 2 favors, if you will. 1, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number 2, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And if you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Y'all take care of each other and have just the best day. I was about to play the exit, but we're gonna just get on out of here. Oh Lord, he pooting out of his mouth. Y'all have a great evening. Take care of each other and stay up.